Hi, welcome back. For you, those of you who've watched our videos before, my videos before, thanks very much for coming back. Welcome back. And for those of you who are new, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name's Henry Smith. This is IamWealthyandRich.Com, the channel, the movement designed to assist you to learn how to understand the game of money and play it well. That's our mission, to teach you how to understand the game of money and play it well. The I am wealthy and rich is a affirmation that I use for myself, and it's also an affirmation I want you to use for yourself many times a day. I am wealthy and rich. I am wealthy and rich. I am wealthy and rich. Speaking it into existence. Now, what this is really about is about wealth creation in action, creating a portfolio, an investment portfolio. Started it last year, growing it to $1 million plus, and documenting each and every day of the performance of the portfolio. I only started doing that from this year, February 2021, but it was started in the summer of 2020. I didn't really have an intention of documenting it or using it as an example to show people, what can actually happen when you, number one, change your mindset, and number two, use the right investment strategy. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to share my screen and update today's figures and come back and talk about a few things. So hitting the share screen, this is a spreadsheet that I started updating from the 1st of February. And so we started in May, June 2020 with a small amount, and then it multiplied up to about 106,000 by the end of January 2021. And then I started tracking the details every day of the overall size of the portfolio. And the green shows when it's gone forward, the red shows when it's gone backwards. So it goes forward some days, goes backwards some days, but that's all fine. It's all good because, the research has been done, the right selection of cryptocurrencies have been chosen. So we know what to expect, and I know what to expect, where that market is going. So it doesn't really phase us when we have reds, but that's all part of day-to-day part and parcel of today's day-to-day investing. Now, just pointing out, I'm not a trader. I'm an investor. And also to point out as well, disclaimer, this is not financial advice. Okay, I'm not a financial planner, not a financial advisor or planner. I'm not an accountant or CPA. I'm not part of a regulated body. So you do your own due diligence and your own research. Always understand that investments carry risk. There are risks. You could lose, money, part of it or all of it. But however, we don't seem to have done too bad. And so we've had some great weeks, some great runs when the market has gone up consistently every day, and sometimes when the market has pulled back. But at the end of the first month, with all the going forward and forward, it goes forward more than it goes backward, which is the main thing. It doesn't matter if it goes forward 3 steps forward and 1 step back, that's okay. Because it means it's gone forward. So at the end of the first month, it went forward by 37,860 over the 106,000. That's about 35.70%. 35.7%. So we continue in March. Now we're coming up to the end of March now. We've got one more day to go. So today's the 30th, and this month been quite an interesting month. Good growth, and there was one particular week that I tracked when we had this continuous week here. I decided to track a whole week, and that was about a $47,000 week within this 8th to the 14th time frame. But then we had some pullback about a week ago or so, and then a few days have gone forward, a few days have gone backwards, but generally it's been going forward. And so here we are on the 30th. So I'll put today's date in, the 30th of March. We've got one more day to go, and I'll calculate what was gained in March. But let's look at asset summary. So this is the asset summary where I take the figures from. So this is linked to one of my asset portfolios. I have many, but I'm only using one of them, and it's linked to a live feed that's refreshed every 5 to 10 minutes. So we've got one Bitcoin in the portfolio and several altcoins. So the altcoins means alternative coins other than Bitcoin. And we don't just, they're carefully researched and selected before we use them. So these are what we have at the moment. So, and this is the pounds, British pounds equivalent. So this is the US dollar equivalent. This is the same portfolio, but just in the equivalent in British pounds, just so that I can convert it easily, but just by looking at it. So, so I'll take the first figure. So this is the overall figure of both of them added up. So if I take this figure here, the altcoin figure, it's 204,117. 204,117. So let's 41. So let's put that in here. So the time right now is 16:27. 204,117. Is it 34? Let's see, is it 34? Oh no, 41. So 204,117.41. 41. Let's change that to 41. So if I bring that total thing down here, that's 8,000 plus. I can color that green. So that is a plus, not a minus. So that's a green. Is that the right shade? Yeah. So that's a green. That's 8,000 plus on yesterday's, which is great. And the total overall is 263,166.98. 263,166.98. 263,166.98. Let's make sure we got that right. 263,166.98. 263. Yep, that's correct. So that is that's a 9,000 increase because Bitcoin went up as well. So it was the altcoin. So that's great. So that's looking good. Let's save that. So again, so I'm looking forward to adding tomorrow's figures. Should be the last day of the month, and then I'll be able to total what the total was, like I did for the end of February, and see, what this figure will be, and then we should put that here somewhere. So we'll do that tomorrow. And remember, it's early days. We're still early in the year of this cycle. So let's just go back. So basically, like I said, this is, leading by example. I talk about changing your life. You can see in the background here, I have these videos playing. It's about lifestyle, wealth and prosperity lifestyle, which everybody should be, just the screen here, everybody should be aspiring towards a better lifestyle. And if you got to, we should all be moving, aiming upwards, okay? And so we deserve, we all deserve to be wealthy. We deserve to be rich. We deserve to live a good life. The key is not many people are willing to do what it takes to get that lifestyle, okay? And sometimes people make an excuse, oh, that they don't have the formula, they don't have the methodology to do it. And, even if they're given the formula and the methodology, they seem to still not take, they still not take action, which is quite mysterious. And you ask these people, well, do you want success? Do you want to be a millionaire? And they say, yes, they do. They really want to be a millionaire. They really want to be multimillionaire. They really want to be a rich. But then you give them an opportunity, and for some reason they don't take it. They don't take action on it, and it's really mysterious. Okay, it's mysterious. And I've seen this over the years, over decades actually, and I've come to understand that very few people are willing to do what it takes to succeed. Everybody wants success. Wanting it won't get you there, okay? When you are prepared to do what it takes to succeed, then you'll get there. And it comes down to two things. Number one, the right mindset. And when I say the mindset, from the context I'm talking about is developing a wealth and prosperity mindset. If you're trying to achieve massive success with a poverty mindset, it won't happen. You won't succeed, or you won't succeed long term. So you want to try and get that mindset, transform that mindset into a poverty mindset. I had a poverty mindset back in 2019, 2018, and so on and so forth. And in this February, and I realized, and I was honest with myself to admit that I had a poverty mindset. Most people won't be honest with themselves. It first starts with being honest with yourself. Okay, look in the mirror and understand. And it's not your fault. I'm not pointing fingers here, but everything I'm saying to you, I've said to myself. So I had a poverty mindset, and I knew what the solution was. I needed to transform it from a positive poverty mindset into a prosperity mindset. And how was I going to do that? Well, I knew there were various techniques, but I had studied several techniques in the past. Some worked, some didn't work. Some were difficult to apply long-term. Some were easy, some were not effective, and so on and so forth. But every single different course I took, I learned something from each and every one of them. And I put it all together. Then I kind of learned a final piece of the puzzle. And I put that together with everything I'd learned over the years, okay? And put that together and applied it. So when I started applying it, I started on the 4th of February, 2020, and applied it daily. I knew that I had to apply it daily, and twice a day actually, but daily. And I never missed a day, because I was at a point where I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'd reached the end of my tether, or my patience with poverty. I'd had it. So, and I'd had some successes in the past and then come back again. I've had some success in the past and come back again, and had times with zero success. So I knew something had to change, and I knew if it had to be changed, it would have to be changed by me. It wasn't the government's fault, or the economy's fault, or my neighbor's fault, or my boss's fault, or my friend, or my parents, or where I went to school. It's my fault. I had to point the finger at me. When you point the finger at you, you take responsibility. So I had to take full responsibility. One of the number one traits of all successful people is that they take responsibility. When you start taking responsibility, and you stop blaming other people, and you just look in the mirror, and that is the person who's responsible for where you are. And you can say, yeah, but you don't understand. I lost my job, and this guy, he did a bad deal with me, and if he wasn't so crooked, I wouldn't have lost my business. And so, no. I understand that's happened, and it's unfortunate that's happened. But ultimately, getting back on your feet depends on you. It doesn't depend on the other guy. Okay, and like I said, your body doesn't live in the past, so why do you let your mind? Okay, live in the future. So your past does not equal your future. So we have to take responsibility, okay? So the first thing is to start developing that poverty, the prosperity mindset, the wealth and prosperity mindset. And there are exercises that you can do to actually do it, that are effective, that work, that are free. I have spent thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds and dollars on different courses over the years. So this is absolutely free. So I put the free resources I use, but then I put my own spin on top of it, because based on my understanding, my experience, to put it all together so that you can just exactly how to apply these techniques. And I put it together on my website, IamWealthyandRich.com, for you to use absolutely free. If you do that, you'll be doing the greatest gift for yourself. Just developing that wealth and prosperity mindset. It costs nothing except time. Everybody's got time. Okay, everybody gets, I don't care who you are, everybody gets 24 hours a day. A rich person or poor person, all gets 24 hours a day. So don't say, you don't have time. Okay. Just need to be dedicated to your own success. And if you're not dedicated to your success, good luck to you. Okay. I can't make you dedicated to your success if you're not, but you need to be dedicated to your own success. And if you want to really improve, you really want to improve, that and there's been this expensive course that has been out there that they're promising you should get that, then you improve, and you haven't got the money, and that's the reason why you've not improved. get this, because it's free. Okay, and trust me, it is what's taken me into the 6 figures in my portfolio. I would not have a 6-figure portfolio today, and that is not the only portfolio I have, by the way. I just want to point that out to you. I would not have a multiple 6-figure portfolio today if it wasn't for the work I did last year and continue to do to this day on my mindset. So the first equation is having the right mindset. The second is having the right business strategy. In this case, investment strategy. I'm not talking about business here. I'm talking about, you can apply it to business, but I'm applying it to an investment strategy. And we have the right investment strategy, and you can give you access to that as well. So I'll show you where you can actually get access to this in a minute. You can get access to the free training on the mindset and some basic financial investment strategies. Bearing in mind, like I said, I'm not a financial planner or advisor, but these will actually put you on the right path. And if you wanted to get more sophisticated and find out more about the altcoins, we have a free webinar that can show you that as well, and you can book onto that. Request information on that, and we can show you how to get onto that as well. But what is in the free training is more than enough to get everybody up and running on the right path. We have different percentages of society. You have in terms of wealth accumulation, and there's what you call shall we say, there's basically the top 10% and the bottom 90%. Most people, obviously, by definition, are in the 90%. That's why it's called 90%. Right. So it's 90%. Most people are there, and they stay there all their lives. And I would say 90% of the 90% are wishing they could be in the top 10%. Some people are happy they're 90%, in the 90%. Their money's not important to them. That's fine. But the remaining 80%, 90% of that 90%, are all wishing and praying and whatever, scheming on how they can get into the top 10%. The top 10% are those who are 6 figures and above, and then you got the top 1%, which are 7 figures and above. Then you get the 1% of the 1% of the billionaires and so on. So, but why do most people stay in the bottom 90% all their lives? Especially when they're secretly wishing and planning and scheming and praying and playing lotteries and things like that to get into the 10%. It's not, you see. So what I'm trying to say, wanting it is not enough, because everybody wants it, so to speak. Wanting it is not enough. You can want it all your life and never get there. There are certain things you have to do. You won't get what you want. You'll get what your internal mind, you'll get what you are, what you become. So if you become a wealthy person internally, that's what you'll get. If you're a poor person internally, well, that's what you'll get. And the reason why most people struggle in the 90% is because they are poor internally. Internally, they think poorly about themselves. And if you go into the training, you'll see exactly what I mean. It's laid out there very clearly for you to understand. So unless you can reverse that, and it can be reversed. It's not that oh, that's the way you are, so that's life, that's the way you're going to be for the rest of your life. No, you don't have to accept that. You can choose to change that if you want to. Sorry, if you really, really want to. Not if you just casually want to change. You won't change. But if you have a burning desire, and then somebody puts you on the right path, you combine your burning desire with the right path, right knowledge, right information, you'll change. You'll do everything where it needs to change. And it will take some months for it to kick in, and you've got to apply it aggressively, and you will start seeing changes. And you'll be led. You'll just all of a sudden, from the outside, people looking at you will think, all of a sudden, he or she is lucky. All of a sudden, good fortune seems to be, falling on that person. But you and only you know of the internal changes you're making. Okay, and if this sounds strange to you, let me tell you, every single person who's lived the lifestyle that you see in the background here, their internal makeup, their psychological internal, is a wealth and prosperity. And you can't fake it. You can't just say, yeah, I'm wealth and prosperity. I'm wealthy. That's called kidding yourself. You really have to develop it. You don't get it by saying it in one word. You have to develop it and cultivate it every day. And then it will start to become a part of you. And then nothing can stop you, my friends. Nothing can stop you. No economy, no government, no coronavirus, no anything. Okay? No bad for, if you, the top 1%, the top 5%, even within the 10%, because many people there got it by inheritance and whatever, but the top, let's say 5%, which includes the 1%, if you took all of their money away from them, this is what people don't get, If people who don't understand how money and how wealth flows and how it's attracted to the right people, you need to understand that if you took all the money in the world away and then just gave it to and distributed it to everybody equally, okay, here you are, everyone's got the same amount of money now, okay? Right? Everyone's got the same amount of money. Within 5 years, it will all go back to the way it was. Those who used to have a lot of money will have it back. And those who never used to have a lot of money will somehow lose what they had. Mysteriously lose it. And it will go back to the 90%, 10% rule. 5% as well, and 1% will go back to that. Within 5 years, 7 at the most. So it's not, some people think, yeah, if we took the money from the rich, that would be the solution. That will not be the solution. Okay, because the rich will find a way to get their money back. Because that's why they're rich. Rich is something you are internally, inside you. That's what rich is, in there. It's not what you have in your bank account. That's just a trophy. That's like a shadow of the true light. The true light is in here, and that wealth, that money. Oh, have I got any money here? This is a pound. This is 20 pounds. I haven't got any dollars. Sorry. What's that? Equivalent to about $16 or something. This is a shadow, and imagine like a million of this, or 500,000 of this, is a shadow. Okay, this is a shadow. The real wealth is inside. You understand? It's inside. And no one can take that away from you. No one, apart from you, really. No one can take it away from you. So develop that. Work on developing that bank, and this bank will follow. You understand? The money bank will follow. Work on developing this bank, the internal bank, and the external bank will follow, I suppose I should say. So work on developing the internal bank, and the external bank will follow. And it's following materially, in this case, through investments. But trust me, it's as a result of the internal bank being developed first. Because when I started, I had no money. I didn't even know where I was going to get $500 to invest. So to say I'll have a $250,000 account here and growing, and have other accounts and so on, right? It's nothing short of a miracle. And it's not a miracle. I know exactly how it worked, but it seems miraculous. And things are just getting started. We're only in March, you wait till December. Anyway, enough being said, let me just show you where to get that training for those of you who are new. So it should be under the video, by the way, but let me share screen. This is here. If you go to IamWealthyandRich.com, IamWealthyandRich.com, and you say that word, that sentence yourself, that phrase, that affirmation yourself. I am wealthy and rich, as in you, by the way, not me. How to understand the game of money and play it well. That's our mission, to teach you how to understand the game of money and play it well. A lot of people don't understand the game of money, yet alone play it well. And down, you scroll down, you'll see some other videos, but here we have this little form. As it says here, get your millionaire mindset and investment strategy free. That's right, it's free. It's my blessing to the bird, my legacy. I want, if I can do it, so can others. And I know it took me to get the information to be able to put it all together to get results. So I want to give that to you free, because we need more people succeeding financially right now. So just fill in your name and number, and not a number, an email address, and I'll send it to you. Start applying it immediately, exactly the way I teach it. Okay, don't do your own thing. Follow it exactly the way I teach it. And then you will start to see changes, my friend. Okay, so I'm going to bring this call to an end. Don't forget, by the way, to like, subscribe, share, and hit the notification button and so on. Thanks very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. This is Henry Smith signing out. I am wealthy and rich. You are wealthy and rich. I understand the game of money and play it well, and you, my friend, will understand the game of money and play it well as well. So have a wonderful and fantastic day. God's blessing. Bye.